Hello and welcome to your Simplified Coin Review. So today we are going to be talking Enigma. It's one that's came up in several of our news stories. And so today we're going to be looking at the numbers on Enigma. We're going to be looking at what it is. We're going to be looking at their team, their roadmap, and one of the platforms that they have out. So if you're not a subscriber to our channel, make sure you go ahead and just click the subscribe button for us. You know you want to do it. Smash that like button. If you do, you get a chance to enter our contest. Also, drop us a comment below. And let us know how we can improve the channel. We're always wanting to do that. Let us know if there's, some coins or tokens you want us to look into other than Enigma. We would love to do that. So Enigma is coming in at number 91. It is a token. It is an ERC20 built on the Ethereum network, as it seems like most of the coins or tokens that we review are. It's coming in at $2.10. It did have an all-time high of $6.74. I think that's when I bought some. But right now, it's worth 27,431 Satoshis. The market cap is 157 million. The circulating supply is almost 75 million Enigmas. And the total supply is 150 million. So the circulating supply is about half. As you can see, the volume was pumping. Man, those were good times. I really missed those times. I hope they come back soon. I never in my wildest dreams would have thought we'd be all the way in June without things returning to at least some semblance of where it was. So as you can see here, it just took the normal dip. It's pretty much followed Bitcoin all along the way. The Satoshi value has stayed, relatively decent compared to the all-time high. The all-time high was 55,000. So it's at 27,000 now. So it's about half of what it was. But, so we have a lot of cryptocurrencies that have dropped 90%. So take that for what it's worth. So Enigma is you could say Enigma is quite an enigma to me. I think it's very interesting what they're trying to do because, this is something that I've been thinking about a lot lately with blockchain. And I say it all the time. If you watch my channel, you probably heard me say this, that, blockchain is great for people that like to be transparent, right? It's great for people who, you don't have anything to hide. It's not good for people that want to do underhanded things. Obviously, you have your privacy coins that are, can be used for nefarious purposes. But, you have trolls who want to hide behind fake social media accounts. I think in the future, that's not going to be the case. I don't think people are going to be able to have fake social media accounts. I think that all social media is going to be on the blockchain. Just like you have to verify with Steemit, you're going to have to do it with social media platforms. Or maybe they have their own troll corner of the internet. I don't know. But, the thing about it is that on one hand, that's really good that things are going on the blockchain, everything's becoming verified. But number two, it's an immutable ledger. And true, not everybody has access to it. But, all of your information is locked onto that ledger. And, certain people will have access to it. What I mean by that is, let's talk about medical records. Let's say medical records go on the blockchain. Well, ultimately, if your doctor needs to know, your medical history, then he'll be able to have access to that blockchain to be able to see all of your medical records. So in that sense, some things are not private. And so where does that end? And we talked about in one of our videos about China and how it's very interesting that China's so bullish on blockchain because, part of the concept of blockchain is freedom. Because China's came out and said they don't like the rebellious aspect of cryptocurrency, but they do like the blockchain technology. So I posed the question in one of our videos, well, how could someone use blockchain for evil? How can someone use what's supposed to be free and open to all and use it to oppress their people, such as a government? And I thought it was a very interesting question that I posed. So I think Enigma may actually have an answer to solving that problem and to be able to keep everyone safe in this new world of blockchain that we're living in or that we're heading toward. So it's just very interesting. So let's take a look at the website. We're making decentralization work. Enigma is a blockchain-based protocol that uses groundbreaking privacy technologies to enable scalable end-to-end decentralized applications. So as you can see here, it says blockchains face two major issues. We've talked about the scalability side of it quite thoroughly in a lot of our videos. They also have the privacy aspect that they're talking about. Data on the blockchain is accessible by anyone, making storing sensitive data impossible. This restricts the number of applications used for blockchain. So that's exactly what I was talking about, which is all of your private information gets on this blockchain, but ultimately someone can have access to it. That's what the decentralized applications are for. You might have some kind of medical record blockchain, but then there's an application for being able to recall all of that data from all of the nodes so you can read it so it's useful. So they're instituting what are going to be called secret contracts instead of smart contracts, and we'll get there in 1 second. So computing on the blockchain is too slow and expensive. Storing and computing over very large amounts of time of data on the blockchain is not feasible. So we've talked about scalability. It's basically just the ability of a blockchain to scale up as the number of users increase, kind of like, trying to make sure we don't have the same debacle we had in December. So Enigma solves both. The promise of Enigma lies in its unique technology that protects privacy of data while still allowing for computation over the data. So this is where we're going to talk about the secret contracts. So Enigma's protocol is based on innovative privacy technologies first described in 2015 in our co-founder's MIT thesis. He's a professor there. With Enigma, smart contracts become secret contracts where input data is kept hidden from nodes in the Enigma network that execute code. Without this functionality to protect sensitive data, blockchains and smart contracts are either useless or not truly decentralized. Enigma is the missing piece to a decentralized future. And just the more we get into blockchain, the more we find out how much we don't know. You know what I mean? Like how many problems and issues we still have to solve for mainstream and adoption. And really a better way to say that is just usability. To have these cryptocurrencies where they're usable, they have a token, a native token that has a purpose, the founder and the teams are strong, and that we're able to use these and actually solve problems in our world today. So this is the infrastructure of Enigma here. There's the protocol layer, the platform layer, and the application layer. So as you guys can see here, the protocol layer is actually the one that does the work, of course, the computation. The platform layer is where there are data marketplaces and AI exchanges. And then, of course, the application layer where the decentralized apps will be. So this is what I found was very interesting because I've been saying medical records, but what other uses are there for this technology? And this kind of gets at one of the things I was mentioning was our personal data. How can we have our personal data on blockchain and it be protected? So users can collectively and independently monetize their data while still keeping it private from companies who wish to perform analysis, restoring power to individuals. So this is kind of like what the Brave browser is trying to do, for instance, where all of your data is stored on the Brave browser itself, but it's stored in a decentralized fashion where not one person has access to it. So that's a good way to protect our personal data. Healthcare and genomics. Healthcare companies can provide data to researchers without compromising its privacy, allowing for more discoveries and innovation. Credit. This is another thing I've thought about. Maybe we mentioned it the other day about how, I think maybe with the Populous platform, how credit will work. So borrowers can establish their trustworthiness in a decentralized banking system without exposing their data directly to lenders, unlocking growth for lending ecosystems. I mean, do you really want people digging into your credit history? But yet we do it. That's just a standard practice. But what if there was a way where it would all be automated and these companies wouldn't have access to see that you missed your car payment 6 years ago? Is that really necessary? And once again, I just think the way our world is going to be revolutionized in the future, it's going to blow your mind. So then we have the IoT, the Internet of Things. Value is created through decentralized data marketplaces for the rapidly growing Internet of Things. These marketplaces will require privacy for off-chain computations to be successful at scale. I think IOTA may have the market cornered on this one, not sure yet. Some people don't like the coding of IOTA and say they copied some things, whatever it might be. But that's another area that Enigma is trying to get into. So they actually released their first application, which is Catalyst. So you can go to this website. I'll drop it down in the video information below. There doesn't seem to be that much really on here. I'm not exactly sure how you get access to the platform itself. I'm sure you can go on the Discord and ask if you want to do this. It's for professional crypto traders. I think, aren't we all though? Don't we all consider ourselves professional crypto traders? Anyways. So let's check out their roadmap. And this is another cool thing they have, which is their blog. It looks almost like a Medium page. They have a lot of blogs that they post. It's a way that they give information. So if you're interested in this project, you may want to follow it. So here's their roadmap. As you can see, in quarter 3 of last year, they released Catalyst. Quarter 1 this year, the data marketplace was released. So in 2018, we're heading towards the mainnet. I don't think, to my knowledge, they actually have a date for the mainnet. If you're in the Enigma community, drop a comment below and let us know. Everything I've been able to read just says June. So, they have released the testnet and they are heading towards the mainnet right now. What they said is on Twitter, they mentioned that, they released the data marketplace on time and the mainnet is still on schedule. So, very interesting to see where they're going with that. Their roadmap goes all the way through 2020. So their team is led by Guy Ziskind. He is the CEO and co-founder. He is from MIT, as I mentioned, which, obviously is a good educational background. He was a professor or an instructor there at MIT. He also got his education there. He was a research assistant with MIT Media Lab, and then he founded and started Enigma in June of 2016. So obviously he's got an incredibly killer background. As far as the other team members, you can get to their LinkedIn pages right from the team page on the website. So as far as social media and community goes, you can find Enigma on Telegram, Discord, Twitter, Reddit, and Medium. And who knows, there's probably all kinds of other different places you can check them out. I don't know if they have an AOL chat room. I don't know. That's what I used to use when I was a kid. But anyways, I think Enigma is a great project. I think what they're doing is very interesting. I like the blog. I like how they seem to be transparent and always giving new information for their community. I think it ranked number 91 on CoinMarketCap. I will go ahead and say this is not financial advice. I believe it's very undervalued. It reminds me kind of like VeChain, of a project that's doing so much more and trying to solve like bigger problems than just what they're trying to do with their individual project. They're trying to solve bigger problems with blockchain, and I really like that. And who knows, maybe down the road we'll see some of these projects converge or merge. And I really like what they're doing with the secret contracts and protecting us as far as data and privacy go. I think that is a huge plus in this area. It's projects like this in my mind that are going to last because they're trying to solve things that it seems like other places aren't necessarily even talking about that are huge problems in cryptocurrency. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope if you're bullish on Enigma, you smash that like button for us so more people will get to see it. Don't forget to subscribe, enter our contest. Let us know what you think about Enigma. Are you bullish on it? Do you like it? What kind of experience have you had with it? My experience was buying it at the all-time high. Obviously, that's not a good experience. But don't worry about me. I've recovered. So until next time, that was your Simplified Coin Review.